Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Sandeep Ranjan. In this video tutorial today we are going to learn about how to use masking tool. So this is my image which I have selected to apply masking tool. So first of all we will be using quick selection tool and we will select the area which we have to mask it. And while making the selection we have to make sure that we are selecting the image area in a proper way, so that we can apply quick selection tool accordingly. So now here we can see my model is selected, and the area which is not selected we have to make sure that we have to select it properly. So now unwanted area we can subtract it. Now it's eliminated. Now after this we will just click on refine edge, and from the view option we will make sure that we have selected on black. So it's on black, and now we will just apply the paintbrush on the edges of hair, and once we will apply it properly then we will see the changes, like what sort of effect is coming. So we have to apply it very minutely, and now we can see the changes over here. Now it's done. Then we have to click on the output to, and from there we have to select new layer, and then we have to click OK. So now we can see my model is selected and my background is removed. So for the backup purpose we will create a copy of this particular layer, and again we will create a copy of this layer where we will be working. So we have now one as a backup copy and two set of layers are there on which we are going to work. So the top layer we will be giving the name as model, and the second one we will be naming as liquify, because we are going to use this sort of option. So for liquify we have to go on filter, and from filter we have to click on liquify, and from here we can make the changes in the brush size. Already my image is selected, and on the top first option will be forward warp tool. So we will apply using liquify forward warp tool, and then after that we will see the changes. So here you can see the changes, what sort of changes is happening in the image. So wherever we need to warp the image we will just apply it. So this is just, I'm showing you an example like how you can use all these sort of options which are available in the Photoshop. And here it's done. So now we'll click on OK, and after that we will be selecting our model layer, and here we have to apply some sort of like background. We haven't applied any background over here yet. So just below the liquify we will be applying background with a solid color. So we will click on the adjustment and then solid color. I will select white as a background, so my white is selected. Now we will bring this background just below the liquify so that it will be the base one. So now we will click the liquify and model option where we are going to work. So just now we will be creating some sort of masking layer on model as well as liquify. So first we will create a negative masking layer on liquify. So we'll press alt and we'll click on the masking layer. So now here my negative space is ready, and on the model we will be creating a positive masking layer. So positive masking layer is ready. So while doing editing on the positive masking layer we will make sure our foreground is selected as a black, and when we are doing editing on some sort of negative masking layer then we will make sure our foreground is selected as a white. So right now we are doing some sort of editing on the positive one, so our foreground will be selected as black. So now we have to click on brush tool. So once we will click on brush tool, then we will do the right click, and in the right click option we can see like some sort of options are available for the brush. So to load the other sort of brush which will be available, you can just click on the setting option. I will just provide the download link in the description from where you can download the this brush options which you can use as well. So just you need to click on the settings, and from settings you have to select load brush, and you have to just select the file which you have downloaded and click on load. Your brush will be loaded, and here I am going to use the brush number 1536 which is here, and you can increase the size and decrease the size with the help of a bracket. So right now I'm going to use this on the body area, so I'm just applying little bit of color effects over here. If you make some mistake, you have Control Z as an option, and you can also right click, and after that you can rotate. You can just give some sort of direction to the brush wherever you are using. So you can see the changes effect over here, and in the meantime you can also manipulate the size of the brush. You can increase, you can decrease. If you are making any mistakes, don't forget that you have an option called Control Z, and just play with the size as well, like what size will be perfect to use. And after that we will see the changes. Now again we'll make some sort of like effect over here, like again in the direction you can make the changes accordingly, whatever it is required. Now again increase the size, just apply on the body. Yeah, almost it's done. So now we will be selecting our negative part, negative masking layer, and from there we have to make the changes in the foreground color. We have to make sure that it is white. So now again, while applying this brush, we will make sure that we are applying with different sizes of the brush so that we can see the effects, and even we will make the changes in the direction of the brush as well. So here we can see some sort of effect. If you make any mistake, you can always go with the option that is Control Z. You can increase the size of the brush as per the requirement, and you can make the changes accordingly. You can rotate it wherever it is required according to that. This is called dispersion effect. Dispersion effect which we are applying on the image, and this is also called photo manipulation. And this is not so difficult, yeah, but I will say like practices makes the man perfect. So now we have done with the effects and all. So now we can see some sort of area on the face which I just want to remove it. I don't want to have these spots and all. So for that I will just click on the brush, and after that I will select my normal brush. You can select with the hardness, or you can just go with the softness one. And then after selecting the brush, I will just make sure that I will just select the appropriate size whichever is required. And now after this, let's say if I have to make some changes in my positive area. So in the positive area, we will make sure that our foreground is selected as white so that we can get the background, whatever was there. So our face will be completely clear. So just we need to manipulate it with the help of brush, and almost it is done. So it's up to you like what sort of effect you are looking for, what sort of effect you want to apply on the images. So according to me, this is almost done. If you want to make some more changes, you can select the soft brush as well, and after that you can give some sort of little bit effect. And now here we can see like almost it's done. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you have some sort of doubts or any queries, you can just put your queries in the comment box. Keep watching, keep learning, stay home, stay safe.